Okay, can you guess where we are? Well, first of all, hopefully not going to fall down here. Should make for great content. We are in Scotland, mainland Scotland. And down here, it's a very magical place I'd like to introduce you to. Down here, Campeche. It's a very famous loch. Let's see what's down here. Excuse a very steep path. We've driven for a few hours. It's getting the 6:30 a.m. ferry down from Orkney. It is now about 12:30. Can you guess where we are? Dun, 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 dun. We are in Loch Ness. Woo! I probably put it as the title of the video, right? So you probably already know. But hey, check it out. This is Loch Ness, the famous Loch Ness. Deeper than Mount Everest is high, and very cold and very dark down at the bottom. Let me give you a slow and steady scan around the area. And formed between two plates of the north, east and west of Scotland, forming a diagonal across Inverness and down to the west coast. And this is really beautiful. Also famous for Nessie. And we're camping not here, but further down the coast, down this way, camping here for the night. So we'll have all afternoon and night, a little bit in the morning. So I would like to invite forwards any beings of this dimension or otherwise that have the highest good love and compassion for all, including Nessie, if he and or she would like to show themselves here. You're more than welcome to join us on camera. And even if it's not visible to the naked eye, please show yourself. Let's take a wee walk across the stony shoreline. I was just in Inverness. I stopped at a Halford shop to get our front lights replaced. And I was telling the guy that we're coming here, and he said, "Oh, are you down at the beach? Are you down at Loch Ness beach?" Which is funny, I've never really heard of it called like that. And he said, "It's not a sandy beach, it's a stony beach." I said, "Yeah, I guess we are. That's where we're going." What a magical place. And I did look into wild camping here, or off-grid camping, but there's really just these laybys. And it might be okay to camp in them overnight, but I felt like there's not many of them. I just caught a glimpse straight ahead of what I can only describe in my third eye as being a thin, tall neck peeping out of the water. It wasn't with my second two eyes, and by that I mean not in the visible light spectrum, and much thinner than I would have expected to see. Felt that it was a younger being. Isn't that lovely? A lovely way to be introduced to any species is through the youngsters. It's a lovely energy. And I love this peaty water. For a long time I used to watch Nessie Cam, and it has you know, it's a camera underwater, and you can see the, not very far is the short answer. You can never see very far. Straight ahead, I recognize it, that tall pointy thing, that's Ben Nevis. And last April 2024 is when with my son and daughter we climbed, without Patch, we climbed top of that mountain. It is the tallest mountain in the UK. Come on, Patch. And it was full of snow. At the moment it looks absolutely fine, but at the time it was full of snow at the top. And the staff were very friendly when I got my headlights fixed. They had no signs to say you weren't allowed dogs. I just took Patch in, and they didn't object when I took him in. And then after I paid, one of the staff there asked to pet Patch, which he loved. To be honest, I think he was a bit overheated. It's like people being camping down here. And it's lovely to see there's no rubbish left behind. Leave no trace. I mean, there are some traces, but it looks like they've got little, I was going to call it a cairn, a little stone circle. So my guides were explaining to me, and let me be specific about which guide. Yeah, my earth elemental guide, Maya. She was explaining to me that not all beings on earth exist within the third dimension. So we've not all evolved and have our origins in the third dimension. This includes beings such as Sasquatch, which are able to traverse different dimensions. And so for Nessie, she's in a similar camp where she's able to traverse different dimensions. And what surprised me to hear was that the reason that some beings have evolved multi-dimensional capability is in a similar way to why we might evolve civilizations underground, is that it is fantastic for survival to be able to shift out of sight from your predators or anything that annoys you, or can hunt you. So some beings have evolved this naturally, this ability to traverse between different dimensions. Oh, thanks, Patch. He's just digging a hole. Right, this way, Patch. I think that's getting too rocky for you. So I do feel this is what Nessie's capability is, because so much doesn't make sense, right? Logically doesn't make sense with our current understanding, which is that our current science doesn't really understand different dimensions. Come on, Patch. Go and find me Nessie. And so when some people see and experience Nessie, they are likely seeing her in a frequency match of dimension, or he or she is shifting into that dimension. It also explains why we don't see bones and carcasses left over. I mean, there could be other reasons for that. And that Loch Ness itself, my guide Maya is showing me that Loch Ness itself has a portal inside of it. Look, Patch can have a wee drink and cool his paws. Look, I found him. It's the Loch Ness patch monster. I think he's posing for a thumbnail. So nice and cool. He likes that. I'm envious. I will have plenty of time to do it today. So yeah, the experience of Nessie can be very much multi-dimensional, and even just bringing awareness to that. You know, I'm not the only person to have shared that concept. Maybe, I'm not sure about Nessie, but you know, for Sasquatch and other mysterious beings. And to a lot of extent, I feel that happens to us as well, that we learn to shift between dimensions. It's a great way of, you know, why do you think we're so obsessed about, many of us, obsessed about the fifth dimension, is because you can be there and have a wonderful life without the hassle of low vibration third dimensional beings, and you can be in the same physical space, just at different layers. As Shrek the ogre says, I'm an ogre, I'm like an onion with layers. Wow, very cool. And I believe you also get really big salmon here. There's a wave, excuse me for the bag, there's a wave about here just kind of following along, and you know, if you see a big splash, if someone tells you that there's a large beastie that lives here, and you see a bit of a splash, you'd be like, oh, that must be Nessie. No, there's Nessie. No, there's Nessie. I love that. It's quite long as well. Is it 10 miles or more, or 11 miles? And there's some other fun facts, like it contains more water than all of the rest of the lakes in the UK added together. Pretty sure that's right. So yeah, down there, deeper than Everest. That's so cool. I just see on camera, we're seeing the reflections as well. They're lovely, aren't they? You can see them with the naked eye too. Well, we better head back up, and I think it's up this way. Make our way to the campsite. We're not allowed to arrive earlier than 1 p.m, so this is perfect timing. And I'll just need to climb up this hill. But yeah, just really beautiful. What an honor to come here. If you see anything on camera or feel anything, let me know. And we shall head back up the steep path to the camper van. I think there might even be a bin up here. Not just a Jon bin or a patch bin, but a trash bin. It's lovely that they made a wee picnic area here. These have a lovely vibe too. Some funny noises going on in there. That was kind of like a crackling noise. We heard that when we first started up. It is so hot, wow. And I'm wearing dark jeans. Well, that would be perfect time to change. Is this what you thought Scotland was? Just so beautiful. Okay, let's head in. Okay, we're now driving along the coast of Loch Ness. It's certainly very, very hot. The ambient temperature with all the fans on is 29-30 degrees Celsius, which for Scotland is very hot. And I love all these laybys where you can stop and park and go down to the shore. It seems like they've made a real effort to make some provision for people. Yeah, I'd rather not camp there. As you, first of all, I feel if you can afford a campsite in such a busy place and the space, then it's good to do so to help support them. And then secondly, that's kind, they pulled in for me. And secondly, I don't really enjoy being at a lay-by where when you're trying to sleep there's just cars going past you, shaking you. Thank you. Wow, look at the size of this lay-by. It's huge. That's because it's a really big beach. It's like the size of the lay-by. I think the one I went to was really small in comparison, but you know me, I like small and perfectly formed. So yeah, we're 20 minutes away. I have been to Loch Ness before. My first experiences of Loch Ness were definitely very magical. When I was, I'm not even sure how old I was, something like, my guess is 7 or 8 years old. And my dad had a little, he bought a little, I think 14 to 16 feet, I'm not sure how big it really was, motorboat, and it was called Hullabaloo. And we towed it up on a trailer all the way up here from where we lived in North Berwick. And the idea was that my parents would sleep in the boat, and then my brother and I would sleep in a tent. But there was just not enough space. There was not enough good weather. The first night we turned up, this big thunder and lightning storm, and I remember the windows of the boats leaking. We'd beached the boats, and now that I'm back, I realise what beaching really meant, which was just driving it up onto the rocks, because we had to pull in somewhere. And really, the loch was too, even though it's a loch, it was still, it's very deep, right? So you can still get big waves, and the waves were too big for us, so we ended up on the first night just beaching the boats. And I think we did temporarily entertain the prospect of pitching a tent, but it was just too wet. Even to go out and to start pitching, we just would have been soaked. So I think all 4 of us ended up sleeping or trying to sleep in the boat. I have very faint memories of my dad trying to fit, he had like this external cover for the back, like fitting that on the back of the boat, and so that two could sleep outside. I don't really know where I slept. I don't really remember whether it was inside the boat or not. I just remember my mum being really scared of the lightning, and I was pretty scared too. And that was our introduction to Loch Ness, and we were there with my mum's brother and my cousins, and we were on this whole big adventure going through. They'd rented a huge sailing boat, a yacht. I say huge, it was huge to us. And I remember at some points we left our wee boat, and then we would all go in the big boat together to different places. And it was quite some memory. I remember being given the responsibility at age something like, I don't know, 6 or 7, steering the boat, which was definitely a big thing. And it was at night, and the instructions were just follow the lights, which I certainly did. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I remember jumping in the lochs with my cousins. One of them is sadly passed on, and the other is, I think he's in Germany now, and we keep in touch on Facebook. But yeah, it's incredible how it seems like several lifetimes away, and yet when you come back to the places it feels like just yesterday. Well, except I remember yesterday better than I do, 34 plus years ago, whatever it was. Or 40 years ago. I'm trying to do my maths. We found it. We're at the campsite. Wow. Beautiful. And it feels very cool. It's definitely a bonus patch. Wow. I feel like I just want to spend all day here. Part of me is drawn to hire a boat and go out in the boat. I don't really know what patch would be like at it, but I think that's less the point and more that I'm always pushing, and it's important to just relax and receive. Come on, Patch. This way. Come on, buddy. He loves all the smells. And there's a wee pier just here. It's very cute. Ah, some shade, look at that. It's rare that you obsess about getting in the shade in Scotland. Wow. You can see a little bit further around. Just beautiful. Some guys painting our skies. We push away all that we do not consent to. Asking the elementals of air to push away and break up any of these trails left in our skies that do not serve our highest good. Sarama Darama Urosono. May they dispelled from the area. Patch likes it a lot here. There may be a little light language to summon Nessie. Itara uso, ishara era uso, ishara ima ogara iti. Light language is a language born from our souls and our hearts, from soul to soul, from heart to heart. It does not need to be understood by the mind, although you can feel it first and then translate the feelings. And this is because light language is a broader frequency range. If you're interested in speaking it, I encourage you to remember those made-up languages that you may have spoken when you were a child. It wasn't nonsense. It was your soul, your light language. And many galactic races have their own languages that you can also explore. Lyran, Dragon, and Elvian are the most predominant that I speak, but I speak many. Hello. This may be the first time I've used a tripod outside for recording a video, and let me show you the view. Just incredible. So just over to the left, just past the little pod on the left, you can see Loch Ness, and I'm pretty sure if I angle it and zoom in, you'll see it over there as well. Yeah, there it is. And over to the right we have more hills. Hello, Patch. What is it? Oh, it's a wee dog. Patch had a big sleep. Didn't you, Patch? Yeah, he had a massive sleep, and then now he's all recovered. So I wanted to share a little bit about the journey so far, and also thank you for your comments. It was lovely to catch up with your comments. I love being able to respond to them all, certainly for while I can. Some of you a bit worried about me driving on the wrong side of the road in my camper van, so and it's really tempting to, maybe in a future video I'll just mirror the video, or maybe I should do like both, so you can see, you know, one side is normal video and the other side is you know, one is left and one is right, basically. That'd be quite funny to do. And yeah, when we first turned up here, you saw we just shared a little bit of footage of down by the sea, down by the loch. Since then we came up, and the staff here are just so wonderful, helped us find this this beautiful pitch, and is recommending this spot because it's up on the hill. I'll just share some of the videos I'm chatting, some of the views I'm chatting, and it's just magical to see, because you can see these beautiful hills and just the trees. I don't know if you ever do this, but sometimes I imagine that the trees there, as they dance in the wind, that they're generating the wind. You're so funny, Patch. Patch is wanting to see his neighbour friend. Aren't you funny? You're daft. But it's nice to see him recovered. I think he was really struggling just when we were getting the headlights fixed, and after his little walk and then his sleep, he was much better. So yeah, I love seeing the trees and just as they dance in the breeze. And wearing shorts is a big thing as well, because I feel that when I'm wearing them, it feels much more like, I describe it as, you know, you can feel the breeze around you, so it feels much more like you're just part of the scene around you as well. What else to share? Well, proper coffee. Hello, Patch. What are you going to do? Why don't you sit and eat some more food? Look, there's your food. Go and eat your food, Patch. We will go on more adventures, I promise. But you've only had a wee rest. Let me see if I can show you Patch. He loves just sitting, wafting in the wind. Oh, he's going for water. There we go. Patch news. And yeah, the sky is quite incredible. Just when I first sat down here, there was a big circle in the sky. And if I angle you upwards, you can see a bit more of the sky. And yeah, it's incredible. Big blue wispy clouds, and then down towards the skyline there's these darker, heavier clouds that almost look superimposed, like added on there. And sometimes we're a bit worried about coming here because there's lots of midges here, and there might be midges that might even come later on, but it feels like they're not going to stick around in the breeze. Yeah, it'd be lovely to spend a little bit of time down at the water side and see if we can summon some Nessie. And I've also been chatting with people. Someone saw me typing, responding to comments using my laptop because it's so much faster, and I feel like I can really read and focus on comments. And as I was doing so, they walked up and said, "Hope you're not working when you're meant to be, on holiday." And it's like, well, I run a YouTube channel, and this is it. I'm getting used to doing this outside and doing it out and about. And yeah, it's definitely a balance. Yeah, it's coming up on 4 p.m. and it's funny. I just want this moment, these adventures, to just last forever. It's almost like my behaviors, focusing on that. So I don't really want to make a late lunch. I'll just make dinner when I feel I have the appetite. I think all the driving has helped me just let go of that hunger and desire. I'm sure I'll eat plenty of tons of food still in the van to eat. And yeah, thank you. Some of you have been sharing that in your meditations and your video experiences, for your meditation experiences, where you joined me around the stone circles, and where you felt the energy of those places. Just a massive thank you for joining me. I felt you there. It felt really, really powerful. And for those of you that have had, some of you have commented and also mailed or messaged me directly that you've had experiences of the excitement of having past life memories of these places. So the Ring of Brodgar, Skara Brae, the Barn House, Prehistoric Village, Stones of Stenness, all the places I was visiting. It's so lovely. It's so lovely to learn, to relearn so much. And yeah, you don't need to come to me to relearn it, but I can help explore these things with you and help you trigger your own inner knowings, your inner wisdoms, to unlock your own secrets. And that's just it's an honor. It's a magical gift, to be able to help you with that. Whether it's just watching a YouTube video or you're joining in my free meditations. And hello. This is quite nice. It's nice not driving at the same time. And yeah, I really love sitting outside with my bare feet. I won't show them on camera. Maybe I already have. Maybe they accidentally creeped in. But it's lovely to be able to connect with the earth at the same time. And this Colombian roast coffee, wow. I don't know if it's really from Colombia, but it tastes lovely. It's like a dark roast. Yeah, I had some quite intense dreams over the last few nights, not remembering all of them, but some about being close with animals, being able to just freely converse with them and talk with them. I mean, I talk with Patch all the time, including psychically. Yet, it's definitely an adventure, you know, a journey. And that, you know, there's still separation between us, and you know, sometimes I find it hard to know what's going on inside of him. But yeah, this is really, really wonderful. And a few of you have also been sharing that you've visited Scotland, Ireland, and that you've not visited, you know, these sacred sites, you know, these prehistoric sites. And it's funny because if, you know, I wouldn't have been very interested in these places other than, you know, when I was a kid and we did all these places in Orkney when I was about 16. I guess that did give me a bit of an appetite, and it did help as an introduction to just feeling into more mystery than meets the eye. And I feel that you can search for these places. There's, you know, that one of the last places I saw, the the Barnhouse village, prehistoric. That was incredible, especially to be able to walk in the home, you know, to be able to ask permission, to be able to physically walk in there as well. That was even more powerful. And I feel, as well as the places that tourists go, there's always these other places that are less popular. So I do feel that's definitely an opportunity for us to, you know, to experience more. And I'll definitely look more at these places and see what else there is to explore. If there's other places you want me to go and visit, then please let me know. That'd be a lot of fun. I'll add it to my list. For the Orkney visit, I have already added quite a few of the places that you mentioned, and I'll also check if they're dog friendly in the future. So yeah, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and it's quite funny because one of the YouTubers I watch, that an identical van to theirs just turned up, and it's like, oh really? Is it? I wonder if it's really them. That would be funny to say hello. Maybe they can help me with my confidence of interviewing people. I don't really know why I feel driven to interview people. I think a couple of you had suggested it, but also because I have fear about it, it intrigues me. Now things I'm scared of really intrigue me, and I feel compelled to find a path to facing it. It's fascinating, the human journey. Okay, before I ramble on too much, if there's such a thing as too much. Okay, we're on the move. Let's do this. Let me show you a quick view of the site. It's just beautiful, right? There's some lovely bird noises that keep coming from over there in the trees. And behind me, you should be able to see a camper van there. I did try and get the, I keep forgetting the name of it. It's not an awning, it's a canopy. I kept trying to get that out, but I didn't want to risk one of the joints is all kind of gunged up, and I thought, you know what? I've already replaced one of those joints. When I get home, I'll just spray it with some WD-40 and take some. And I don't know about you guys, I saw this triangle, and I wonder how many times people have, you know, been away for a party or out drinking or something, or a kid has come up to this and just hit it as a triangle, but it's to alert people to fires, right? As much fun as it is. So yeah, there's toilets here, up here somewhere. I think it must be further to the back. It's just in the shed behind that camper van. The camper van at the back that I thought was a famous YouTuber isn't. So there we go. It's definitely not them. Look at these skies. They're beautiful. Yeah, other than the confusion of turning up at 1 p.m. Instead of 2 p.m., the staff have been incredible, really friendly, and it is baking. That sun is incredible, just blasting me. I don't know about you guys, but I felt the earth beneath me as I was sat there doing that last video, and it felt a bit like when an engine's running next to you, or you're in a vehicle with an engine running, or when there's a helicopter nearby or something. The whole ground was shaking. Hey, it says there's a dog walking here, Patch. How mysterious. Is it in there, or is it up there? I don't know. That looks interesting. Well, I think Patch is voting with his nose. He's like hiding himself. Really cool. Well, really hot. Should we go and look inside, Patch? Should we go and see what's in here? Kind of looks like a fence and stuff. Let's go and see, Patch. Come on, buddy. Let's explore. It says, please proceed with caution. New route in progress. Expect uneven ground. Expect the unexpected. You know what it's like, Patch? It's like a hidden maze. We'll say it's hidden, there's a sign to it, but it's quite fascinating. Oh, there's lots of bees. Wow, this is fun. It's coming through, guys. I don't know how long this walk is. I suspect. Was that it? Or do we keep going? Keep going, Patch. Follow the scents. It's like a magical exploration. I feel a little child again. Wow, maybe it's for like really small dogs, really small owners. Oh, you're lovely. I feel like I should be putting on an accent like Sir David Attenborough. And here we have the little Patch exploring his own natural habitat. He's 13 years old. Oh, and about to do a poo. Okay. Unfortunately, my pause button isn't working, so I won't be pausing this video. But I'm getting better at hiding the evidence, at least from camera. Okay, buddy. Okay, please leave me alone. A wasp in my ear. Maybe it likes Patch's dog bag. Okay. In the spirit of unedited videos, compiled at pace for your frequent watching leisure. Oh wow, Patch. Okay, he seems to have turned around. I think we can keep going. You want to keep going? This way? Come, Patch. Don't you come? You really love walks. Now watch yourself here, because there's some wee brambles. You look out, watch your paws. Now one stuck to my butt. Okay, we did it. I wonder where this takes us. It's very cool, very wild. And hopefully my phone won't overheat. Well, I like my fence. This is a deer fence. I wanted to have deer on the inside, or it's to stop deer from the outside. I'm just trying not to get my leg stung, which is going to be, harder. Yeah, I'm not going to get through there with shorts on. Okay, let's turn around, Patch. He seems to be happy to get out. Are you leading the way, Patch? Okay, keep going, buddy. Here we have the papillon, a small sheepdog-like creature designed for the temperatures of Europe. Here he is exploring his natural habitat, walking as a dog. Soon he will let out the mating cry of a papillon, which is primarily done through a wee. Hence why this papillon wheezes all the time, so that he can call on prospective mates, even though he's already a granddad puppy several times over. I keep seeing red flashes of light to the right. Whoa, this is so cool. After watching this, you guys are going to be like, John, do more or better impressions, and also explore more crazy places. Rate my dog walk, I think, would be a new channel idea. Well, glad Patch knows the way, because I'm struggling a bit. We did it, Patch. We did it. I would say it's definitely up there on the magic scale. In terms of the overall rating, maybe a 6 or 7. When completed, lightly a 7 or 8. A lot of fun to Patch. And he enjoyed the adventure for sure. So this is the campsite, Loch Ness Shores. Oh look, they got Nessie on it. Never noticed that. And some wagon wheels. So yeah, there's a toilet, shower block, wastewater, and then there's also a motorhome point just here. That's where I turned up and filled up water, and bins. And we're up on the hill, just behind there. And then if you come down this way, follow me, Patch. If we go down this way, it'll take us down to the water, which is where we were earlier, right next to the campsite. So I don't think Loch Ness is tidal, because canals separated from the sea, but it would have originally had a connection to the sea, which is, one of the theories about why it could have been possible for Nessie to exist. Come on, buddy. Oh, look at this big tree. Hello. I don't think I'd quite reach you. There's other trees to talk with here. We could go down and summon the beast, Patch the beast, and summon Nessie. Dun, 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 Loch Ness. Let's find somewhere that's cool, Patch, because it is absolutely baking in the heat. As demonstrated by Jon. Come on, buddy. Let's go, come on. Come on, buddy. Wow, there's some ducks down there. just beautiful. Very quiet too. They see loads of ducks. Well, they're very tame. And they're gorgeous. Wow. It's beautiful. Should be paddling in the water, Patch. And Patch is now paddling in the water. And someone with 3 dogs. They all look very wet. Like they're having a lot of fun. Okay, Patch. If you were to walk up to, well, in part, this tree up here was amazing for. Oh, hello. Wait. Oh, see, that's why they're brave with Patch, is because they like people feeding them. That's why they were tolerating things like half fear, half hunger. I'm sure there's plenty to eat if you're a duck here. You don't need human food, especially our bloating bread. So yeah, I was just guided to go over to this tree to summon Nessie. I might even be brave and try my selfie stick as a stand. We could do a wee meditation even. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? And you can see this haze of the, just not used to it, the haze of the water evaporating. Just not used to seeing that in Scotland at all. Can we go up here, Pitch? Let's run here to the pier. We can see if we can set up. Oh my god, it's hot. So hot. Let's see. You can see here. Wow, it's just beautiful. Okay, let's try setting up Patch. Okay, let's try this. So let's place our hands on our hearts and take a deep breath in through the nose. And breathe out what no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. And from the center of our hearts, connect up to the highest dimension of source, of love, of this universe. Connect in our light cords into the highest dimension of source. Feeling into that oneness, unity, and unconditional love. Remain connected into Gaia's heart, into Source's highest heart. And extend your light cord down to the stars and sky, all the way down to the center of your heart. As you allow your heart to gently soften and open, extend your cord of light downwards through the roots of your spine and deep into the earth, all the way down through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting our light cords into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. Remain connected into Gaia's heart and extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, up through the roots of your spine and into your heart once more. We send Mother Gaia so much love at this time, and allow her to send her love back. And now together, with the light of Source above and Mother Gaia below, expand out your golden bubble of protective light to surround you, about 2 meters out to each side, above and below, in front and behind. And set the intention that only energies and entities, with your permission, your highest good love and compassion can see you, access you, or exist within this space or within you. All other energies and entities must leave immediately, inviting in our guides, our higher selves, our ancestors, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source and Gaia. And at this time, we ask for their guidance, the clearing and healing, and assistance with calling in the majestic, magical, mysterious beings, Loch Ness, only those that serve the highest good of all. And around this protective space for all of us in this meditation, only energies and entities, with our permission, our highest good love and compassion, can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And with my ancestors now, I call you forwards, with my guides, assistants, and that of Source and of Gaia. Please help us at this time call in to experience through sight, feeling, hearing, touch, sensing across all senses, psychically, physically, metaphysically, to experience the true beauty and magic of the beings that exist here, whether they are within our sight or beyond. We call you forwards now, Kelpie. We call you forwards, Nessie. Orna in, Una a, Tanita Karama, Sho Noromo Toko. Seahorse, ancient wise one, please show yourself to us, in our third eyes, in our minds, in our eyes, and in our hearts. Ortik ama arasanakama. As we saw in the unicorns and the horses, we too experience your beauty and grace in these now moments. Ornana chikini tukoro una sinemia tukamara tisimiaka. We call on your beauty and grace to help us connect with these higher realms, these other realms and worlds that you exist in. Chancharama inoro sumo tokomo unu chini tikima. Help us reconnect with our ancient wisdom, our ancient love, and our abilities to call in such beautiful, majestic creatures. And through the mountains and the elementals now, I call on you for the air elementals, the trees and the plants, the waters and the fish and the birds and the insects around us. I call on you together in unity. Help us feel in our opening hearts, through this beautiful sun, a reconnection with these ancient, majestic creatures across multiple dimensions. Anara, whereas the dragon DNA of my soul that resonates through every aspect of me, I call on the fellow dragon, the reptilian of Nessie. I call on you, dear ancient soul, from one dragon, one reptilian to another. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Let us now enjoy this moment in peace. I would like to thank all of the beautiful beings and the souls, including you that's participated in today's session. Thanking our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Nessie, Kelpie, and every being, the elementals, every being and soul that's participated in today's session. May we look back at this moment of joy and reconnection with nature in our hearts, to recommune with the water, the earth, the sky, the land, trees and insects and birds, and our ancient, majestic beings across multiple dimensions. We honor you. We celebrate you at this time. And I close down this session asking us all to step outside of the session bubble as I return it to source, or to never return here again. And for your own bubble you created around yourself, I invite you to retain it for as long as you wish. And I celebrate you for participating in today's meditation, bringing you back fully to your body, grounded deeply into earth, and feeling one, feeling in unity with your mind, body, spirit, and soul. Sending you so much love, dear soul. I love you. Wow, that was so much fun, thank you. I really loved creating that meditation. Let me know in the comments what you experienced, what you saw. And yes, I feel compelled to go into the water once more. Okay, let's do this. Don't ask me why I chose to wait to start the video again and then to take my shoes off. I don't know if you noticed, but Patch was having a lot of fun during the meditation, and he was really exploring the water. And one, if you Google some of the stories about Nessie, her original name Kelpie, she was a seahorse that was also sometimes used. So parents of their kids who went down to the water would say, beware of the Kelpie, my dear, beware of the Kelpie. And so the idea was that, you know, you might get carried away or taken off and eaten if you played around in the water too much. And as Patch was sat there doing exactly that, playing around in the water, and I just saw this large dinosaur figure leap up out of the water and snatch him and take him away. It was like, no, I need that Patch. And I was thinking, how am I going to explain this to my family if Patch is eaten by Nessie? I was like, well, it would make for some quite entertaining YouTube video, but it would be very dark and very miserable. And yeah, look at that. That must go so deep, so fast. For me, I can see up to about here, and then it just goes into like darkness. The darkness. What creatures lie beneath the ground? Creatures lie beneath the water of Loch Ness. I love as soon as you say that, the waves increase. We call on Nessie to say hello. Wow. Yeah, apparently she's spotted quite a lot in the shallows. Sometimes the theory is that she chases fish up to the surface to eat. The salmon, who I think may often stay quite much lower down. But yeah, it'd be wonderful to swim in here. And yes, I would go for a swim. But as soon as I leave Patch, he starts barking and gets separation anxiety. But Patch, you've done amazingly well. Thank you for joining us in the meditation and the entertainment factor. Oh, that is so painful on my feet. Okay, somehow I need to get these shoes back on Patch. Standing on your lead is fantastic for my feet. So if you know me, a couple of my fears. One is wearing a hat like this, in part because it looks silly for me, and also it's a great way to get like a big D shape of sunburn across your head. So what better way of facing a fear than showing it? And I can extend you out a wee bit. How's that? I'm so far away. Let's show you through here and explore a bit. My other fear is walking through areas like this, because a bit like when the women pass with multiple dogs, I just fear for Patch, as he's not neutered. He often gets a lot of unwanted attention. Other dogs wanting to fight him. He still has one tooth. Oh, look at this tree. Wow. And look, its roots have grown around this rock. Wow. It's like it's been crawling around it at night. And just say hello. It's okay, tree, to touch you? It says yes, it is. Interestingly, the tree says sometimes it's hard for it to reach its roots all the way down to the loch. So it said sometimes it has to rely on rainfall in the nearby land. Interesting. Well, you can also walk a little bit further on the water side. That'd be nice. I mean, this is a beautiful walk. Looks like this just runs parallel. When I was a school kid, I read a book about Loch Ness Monster, and what was funny about it was that just having a book called The Loch Ness Monster on your desk, lots of people would come up to you and say, do you believe in it? And I said, at that time, I would say I believed in something. There's definitely something there. My favorite story was someone recounting how, in short, they saw Nessie crossing the road, and so there's a hello ducks. There's a lochside road. Oh, look, a stone stack. Nessie evidence. I would so love to create a thumbnail for this video with Patch as Nessie. So yeah, the story is that Nessie made it up onto the road and was crossing it. I'm not sure if it was to feed or it was up to capture something. And I can't remember the one of the suspected dinosaur names, or species that Nessie may be. Is it a plesiosaur? Is that right? Plesiosaur. Let me know in the comments if that is a large-bodied, small, thin-necked being with these big whale-like, four whale-like fins. Isn't she majestic? And frankly speaking, I don't care if Nessie is real or not, because the intrigue alone is worth the experience in gold. Well, if you offered me a lot of gold and said, would you rather have a pot of gold or the experience of Nessie, I would choose Nessie. Yeah, I'd really be intrigued. I don't always, well, you know me, I don't really watch back my videos, including my music videos. I'll listen to my music videos, but I don't really look at them a lot. I don't really mind looking at myself. Me. Or often multiple me's. Oh, look, hello, Jones. In a music video. But if you do enjoy my music videos, do enjoy my music, it's available on all major streaming platforms. Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple iTunes, everything. Deezer and a load of others that I don't really use or have heard of, but it's published there. And if you're ever interested how much money I make from my music, well, it's just about enough to cover the cost of publishing my music every year, which I think is about $60. And it'd be so ironic after doing all this psychic work that if one day I became a millionaire through music, it's like, but that's what I thought was going to happen, and then I didn't think it was going to happen, and then it happens. I don't really care. I'm open to receiving abundance by whatever means. It's for my highest good, and it's all for a beautiful journey. Music took me here, music helped me connect with my spirit guides because it helped give me an incentive through my daily meditation messages to want to connect and ask for more. So I would love to keep going, but I don't think it's very fair on Patch. And there's a little pause. So maybe let's just go to the other side of this tree and turn around. So I can literally walk for miles along here, Patch. This is just incredible. I could do hours of this footage, especially in weather like this. Well, maybe we could just go up to this little part here where there's a wee fence patch or something there. Wow. And I wonder what else survives here in one of the world's deepest lakes, Loch Ness, because it won't just be a Nessie, that's for sure. Very little boat traffic, considering we're at the peak of summer. Very little people traffic, considering we're at the peak of the summer. I'm guessing the schools in England have broken up for their holidays. Scotland is often a week or two ahead, depending on where in Scotland you are. Yeah, these are wee, Gabian, Gabian style piers. So they're just cages with rocks in them. Okay, let's head back the other way. All viewing angles are equal. Patch, I'll take you on this road here, but come on then, Patch. This way, buddy. Good boy. Just take your time over the rocks. I would take you through the forest, but it's exactly the same. It's just all rocks. So I wonder if these trees are ever submerged when there's lots of rainfall. Well, they said yes. There goes. Thank you, trees. I love that. And I was just asking my guides about, one of you had said in the comments, one I've not responded to in the last hour or two, you said thanks for, sharing about the kind of more psychic, spiritual, energetic side within videos as well, and I must admit I love doing that. It feels an increasing superpower, if you like, is to, so much of this mission is to integrate what we experience into our day-to-day lives. It's not just for one-to-ones, meditations, and group sessions and events and retreats. It's for everybody that chooses to develop these abilities, their own abilities, in all their beautiful, unique, magical, wonderful ways. Enjoying that patch. And he's like slowly sinking. I'd also say that my guides were just suggesting. Let me check which guide it was. Oh, two guides. Okay, Marita, my mantis guide, and Maya, my elemental guide, were suggesting that I pay attention to the path of the rose line, which is the ley line that runs through the heart of the earth. And they were saying that Loch Ness is on the rose line, and in part that's one of the reasons why there's a portal, at least one, likely multiple portals within Loch Ness itself. And I describe, oh, that's so beautiful, there's a spider's web just floating off from that tree. Wonderful. And I feel portals can be stationary, kind of fixed in a point of space and time. So, you'd see it like if you were to look at it, you'd see it like a circle, like a Stargate, like the TV series. You'd see this circular shape, and if you go through it, you experience the ability to shift between dimensions, like third and fourth, for example. They're quite commonly third and fourth. But also there's beings that can do it themselves, and this includes Sasquatch, for example, where they have the ability to create their own portals and jump through space and time, which is really cool. But yeah, it's just beautiful here. Hello. But yeah, there are many different ways of accessing different dimensions. We have to go back a little land here. And it's something I do through, when I'm working with clients, going often to past lives. We will use a portal to travel through space and time. Ooh, let's have a look at this tree trunk. Hang on a second. This big tree that's no longer, but it just looks fascinating to look at. If I was a photographer, I would be busy here taking I love that, like roar, taking photos through it. Just so cool. There's a wee hidey hole for hobbits. And back to the wagon. Yeah, since I've created so much footage, I suspect I'll split this into two. Maybe I'll bring this video shortly to an end, because it's already been so magical, and then create another to do the evening walks and nighttime adventures, especially with my Sonics camera. and pulling in the selfie stick. There we go. It feels a little bit like the lottery, you know, you want to keep entering the lottery and buying tickets. So every time I turn to the loch, I'm thinking, no, Nessie, no. How about no, just here. So cool. It was such an honor. Thank you, Nessie, Kelpie, our ancestors, the trees. You're a beauty, aren't you? Have you ever, excuse me, tree, have you ever seen Kelpie? Tree says, yes, she only comes up at full moons. And it's like, I'm sure it's a full moon. Well, that's one tree's opinion. Or the opinions of many trees through one tree. Thank you, tree. I don't mean to laugh at your answer. Okay, let's go. It feels like the perfect way to end the video, coming through the cool air of the woods and sharing beautiful trees. I thought from a distance that was a stone, but I think it's a gravel stack. My guess for feeding the car park. Feeding the car park like it's a monster. That was someone on the boating lake there. I say boating lake. I feel it's part of Loch Ness. And they're in a boat in it. There's a dog walk down here. Very cool. I love the mirror effect. Shall we look down here, Patch? He's already been down here, but when we first arrived, we came down here. Yeah, it comes in from the loch there into the shallows. This one's really shallow here. Beautiful. I wonder if Nessie has eggs, if she's reptilian. Go on, Patch. Bet they're big eggs. Okay, back up to the campsite. Let's go. And just trying to turn the camera around. I'll see you guys soon. Sending love.